The Hellcat Swap Miata, I'm done with it. Zosh's K24 Integra has been painted and that's gone. So now's where we get to the good content. If you thought the quality was gonna go down, the hype wasn't gonna remain the same, and the overall projects weren't gonna be as cool to watch, you definitely thought wrong.
And now, you're watching the Dumpster Fire in an Ocean of Gasoline channel of YouTube. Welcome to BodeVision.
Hey, so what is up and welcome. Thank you so much for joining me on another video. So like I said, the Hellcat Miata, I'm done with it. I don't want to see it anymore. Well, yeah, if I do, I don't know. Maybe I'll see it another time. But this video is not about that. The next couple of months are not going to be about that. And also, Zosh's K24 swapped Integra, we are done with that as well. So right now, I want to turn my attention to Project Pepto over here. I know it's been a little while. For those of you who did not see all the old Project Pepto videos, this is my 1998 Acura Integra. I bought it pretty much like how you see it, except it had that motor over there. So the story behind this car is this was a show car that was built in 2008, 2009 for a daughter. The father actually built the car. He painted it pink, they turboed it, but they could not get the car running. Then it sat for years and years and years. Then they posted it for sale on Craigslist and I actually made an offer on it. They accepted my offer. Then I've done some work on it since then. The car came on bags, but I actually did the cantilever suspension setup right there, if you can see. I also got the rear seat delete in the works. That's not how it's going to be in its final place, but I'm waiting on finishing up the interior before I can finish the rear seat delete. The motor right now, what we have here, this is a B20, a P8R, and it's got a turbo on it, Turbomagnetics turbo. I don't know exactly what it's going to do, but we're just going to shove as much power at this B20 and see what it can do before it blows. And then the motor over there, that motor is fully built top to bottom. So that's going to be the cool motor, the competition motor, the fun motor, and we're going to go through that and make sure everything is good. But in the meantime, I want to get it on the road with the stock B20, have some fun with it and see what it can do. So for me to get this thing on the road, I got to get it road ready. One thing that it doesn't have the harness up here for the headlights. I don't know where that is. I'm gonna have to go through some bins and find that. And the reason why I gotta get it on the road, I gotta get it registered, and then we gotta bring it straight over to the dyno to get tuned. After that, we're gonna have some fun with the car. And enough talking, I wanna get the front end pulled off and see what's sitting there as far as wiring, and then go from there. So it is actually the next day now, and something about this car, it was heavily modified before I bought it. Now that's kind of hard because I don't know whoever messed with it before, I don't know exactly what they did. For example, this harness coming over here, this one that's running to the inside, that's not supposed to be on the outside, that's just supposed to be in right there. And then this harness, I don't know where the OEM plugs are. So that harness is kind of just floating. So what I was thinking, between all the stuff that's aftermarket on this car, the Rye-Wire engine harness is not going to have the same stuff that the OEM harness is going to have. So for the headlight harness, I think the best thing for me to do is I'm going to go to the junkyard and see what they have. So I guess I'm going to look on my phone, I'm going to check it out, and then we'll see you at the junkyard. Alrighty, so here we go, coming up on spot number 1 in row 32. Right here we got the Integra, hood already open. super ugly. This car could have used a paint job, huh? But anyways, right here, we got the harness. And checking out over here, the headlights are all there. Everything. This one is uncut. This one looks pretty good. I actually came to take a look at it before I started filming because I wanted to actually make sure it was worth anything, and then I did the whole camera. So anyways, I'm gonna get it pulled out and then we'll make our way back to the shop. Hopefully this is all I need. It's about maybe 30-45 minutes later. It is really hot out here, pretty nasty. One thing that kind of sucks is I couldn't get this door open. This is just slammed shut. I went on the inside and I tried to kick it. I made sure it was unlocked and it just would not come open. So what I unfortunately had to do on this side was just cut the harness off right here. And also I forgot about all this ABS crap that was in the way. I actually didn't bring a 12mm socket with me because I didn't think I would need anything. Rookie mistake, but I actually brought a vice grip. So I just used that vice grip to really pinch the head of those bolts, and I twisted them and I got them out of the way. So here's what I needed. These two, you can see the headlight, turn signal, brights, whatever over here. And then the other ones are right there. So hopefully between what I have at the shop and what I got today, hopefully I have every single thing that I need. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna stop back at home, get changed, maybe even take a shower, then I'll meet you guys back at the shop. And just like that, we are back at the shop. So between what I just got and what I have, hopefully I'll be able to figure out exactly what's going on. One of the main differences that I saw, it's actually two separate harnesses. So with this one, like I said earlier in this video, this is kind of just floating here. This harness is the one for this side. So here's the firewall grommet. Then we have the brown plug and the white plug. That's not on this harness. I don't know where that even went. Alright, and now I have since made some progress. This video is a little weird for me to film because I don't really just want to show you me looking at wires, walking around, trying to figure out what connector I need to do for what, because really in reality, I'm just kind of picking at this and seeing what's going on, and I think I got some things figured out. So if you can see right here, well, one of the main problems is when people are doing the JDM front end conversion, they don't know exactly how to go about wiring it. Now right here in this video, I'll show you how to go about doing it and about what exactly is going on with the connector. So if you see this brown connector right there, that's attached to the headlight. I don't have the male end of this plug. All I got is the female one, so I'm gonna have to order one online. And if you can see right here, I drew it out for you. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 slots. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 in there. The bottom left-hand corner, that's the ground. Then I'll actually hook them up for you. So the bottom left-hand corner is the ground. So now if I throw 12 volts at any of the other ones, so the top left-hand corner, that's going to be the fog light. So you can see right there, that's fog light. Then if I go to the top right-hand corner, that's going to be high beam. There you go, high beam, nice and bright. And then just below that, that's the city light. That's nice and dim, just when you're rolling around in the city and you want to flex on your JDM friends, you got the city light. Now some of the headlights come with an HID option. That's actually in between where the fog light and where the high beams are, but these are not the JDM options. Whew. So anyways, that covers high beams, city lights, and fog lights, but then for the regular running lights, that's this section over here. That's just a completely different thing. So I got that one wired up on this one just so I can show you. So that's right there. So we got fog light, high beam, city light is right over there, regular running light, and then your signals are right here. And then you can just use your regular old style harness to run into the signals. And actually, speaking of signals, I didn't get those at the junkyard. They must have been cut out of the car that I got all of my stuff from. So I might run back there in a little while and get it. And then also see if I can find one of these plugs. Brown, whatever style. Or like I said, I'm just gonna order one. So I'm definitely making really good progress. between what I was able to get from the junkyard. The stuff from the junkyard, I'm not gonna really use this side, but it did help me understand everything that's going on. So that brown plug that I showed you earlier, this one, that's everything that I needed for the headlight harness, and then that white plug, that's all motor stuff because all the Y-wire stuff is plugged into there, so I'm not even gonna touch that. So my main thought process behind all of this is I don't care where anything is running right now. I just wanna make sure everything is working like it should be. But now I figured out everything that I need to figure out, well, besides the turd signals, but like I said, that should be pretty simple right there. So between the harness that I have, the harness that I just got from the junkyard, I didn't really realize it or even think about it. That Integra that I was just at, the front bumper was gone, the little lower signal lights were gone as well, and the harness was cut right there. So I think a Civic one, definitely an EG would probably be the same for the signal lights. Either way, I'm gonna bring one of the signal lights with me, and then I'm just gonna make my way over to one of the local junkyards. So the only thing that I could find out here was Civics. I could not find any Integras, and the style is a little bit different, but what I'm thinking is maybe this 1, 2, 3, 4, that same style connector hopefully can fit into the back of the Integra headlight because the plug is a little different. And dude, out here, it is insane. I'm gonna do a little time lapse on my way out of here just so you can see how flooded it is. Man, so overall at the end of the day today, $12 at the first junkyard, $10 at the second junkyard. The first junkyard, I think I got a banging deal. The second junkyard, I think they overcharged me a little bit for that, but overall it equals out. So if those harnesses or those little sockets, if they don't work, I'm just gonna order some new ones online. It's no big deal whatsoever. I just always try to see if I can do it the cheaper way first of all, and if that doesn't work, then I'll just order them. So it's getting a little late in the day. I'm gonna go ahead and get home tomorrow. I'll throw everything together, make sure everything works just like it should be, and then I'll be tucking that entire harness on the outside, behind the fenders, behind the bumper, behind the headlights, and then the wires will just come up really nicely. I want to make sure Pepto is as nice and as good as possible, even if I'm just kind of cleaning up somebody else's mess. I want to do it right, so that way from now on it's gonna look good. So that's gonna be it for this one, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Check out the merch. All the stickers are back in stock. Like this video, comment, subscribe, do all the stuff. You know what it is, YouTube. I'll see you on the next one. I'm out.